Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. In the 1950s animated version of Cinderella, Cinderella sings a song. The song is titled, "A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes." My dream has always been to live up in the mountains in a little cabin surrounded by nature. My reality is, I've never done it, I don't know anyone who has, and I don't know how to begin. So how do you begin? By making a list. I always make a list. Tall, handsome, confident, great kisser. Oh, that's my man of my dreams list. My cabin in the woods list begins like this. Find a location. Somewhere in the middle of nowhere, but close to civilization. Find a cabin or build one. Must have off-grid backup systems. Must also have Starlink satellite positioned above the cabin. But what I've learned over the last few years is that a dream will always remain a dream until you could bring it into reality. And how do we do that? The only way to do it is to take your dream by the hand and walk it across that bridge. What is the bridge? The bridge is action. But there's a trick to the action. And the trick is this. Take your dream and break it down. I like to say, drill it down to the smallest possible action step you can take and still move one step closer to your dream. For me, it was to go hiking. I have never hiked before. 2 weeks ago, I went to Big Bear to see if that was the location where I wanted to live. No, it is not. But while I was there, I did buy my hiking boots and my hiking poles. Upon my return, I joined a Facebook hiking group, the High Five Hikers from San Dimas, California. Their first hike was going to be on Sunday, September 1st. They were going to the Brown Mountain Dam and Waterfall, and the hike was going to be 8 miles long. Now, some of my friends and family warned me, do not take that hike for your first hike. It's too long. You should wait for a shorter hike. In the meantime, my hiking boots, poles, and the hydration pack I bought last week started staring at me. And then they started whining. You said we were going to go hiking. When are we going to go hiking? You said. So I went on the hike. Thank goodness I was wearing my Apple Watch. According to my Apple Watch, my heartbeat went from 109 beats per minute all the way up to 164. When I saw the 164 beats, I started taking deep breaths and started trying to relax and kept reminding myself it was only one step at a time. On the Facebook page, the administrator wrote, this is basically a level hike, and we only go up an elevation of 697 feet. It's just a longer hike. And I said, I can do that. He did not state that there was a little elevation, then a flat part, then another elevation, and then another flat part, and then another elevation. During the hike, they use a red light, green light system. So when the front of the hiking group gets too far ahead, they call red light and everybody stops, hopefully in shade, and waits for the back of the group, me and the last person who's not going to allow me to get behind him, catch up. The only problem is I never stop hiking because as soon as we get to the main group, somebody calls green light and we're still moving. Halfway through the hike, I beautiful sight I have ever seen. It was a picnic area with a restroom. Hallelujah. The total hike took 4 hours and 18 minutes. My Apple Watch said I walked 21,000 steps. That's a little bit more than 10 miles. The other 2 miles were from me walking back and forth in my house to make sure I didn't forget anything, and then after the hike, trying to find my car. Because the parking lot was full, and I remembered I put it in a side street, but I did find the side street. What did I learn? I learned you're never too old to start following your dream. I learned you're stronger than you believe you are. You are more capable than you believe you are. And I learned that if you want to follow your dream, just break it down to the smallest step possible. And that's what I did. So, if you're not sure about your dreams or how to begin, my advice is take a hike. It'll come to you. Thank you.